in the last few years, 2, 3, 4 years, we've benefited a lot from the high coffee prices. Now, some opportunists and liars who are not serious were saying all sorts about the coffee prices, where they were very high. The coffee prices were very high because of the problem Brazil and Vietnam had because of the weather. They had bad weather, their coffee failed, and we have really benefited for the last 3 or 4 years from very high coffee prices. Now some opportunists were saying all sorts of things about coffee prices. But now production in Brazil has recovered. Production in Vietnam, it seems, has recovered. I will study that more, but the prices are beginning to come down. Now, but what I want you to understand is that what will come down will be the price of the raw material, the coffee bean. You will not hear that the price of the final coffee product has come down. It will not come down. It will remain high. What will come down is the raw material. Why? Because the processors have got a lot of suppliers of the coffee. So you accept lower price. If you don't, I buy from another person. And that's why we were telling you. You remember we brought in Parliament, we were being attacked in Parliament. There was an Italian lady who is helping us to add value to coffee. They were being attacked in Parliament, abused. Because abused by whom? The exporters of the unprocessed coffee, of the raw material. They didn't want value, they didn't understand or appreciate value addition. Fortunately, we moved in Tungamo. We've got a coffee factory there, which we are supporting. I hope it will be ready. I don't know when the Italian lady will also finish her factory in Namamve. That is the only way, because the final coffee producer, the producer of the powder and the roasted coffee, the price will remain high, the final product. What will come down is our raw material. But if we are processing here, which is our big target, our processor can be able to share deliberately higher level of money with our farmers, even if the raw material in other parts of the country, of the world, changes. This is what we are telling you. Please, raw materials are not stable. They depend on supply and demand. If the supply is big, the price will collapse. But the final product rarely goes down. Actually, they keep going up, the final price. So therefore, please, in this coming Kisanja, for which you are supporting the NRM, make sure that we really move on value addition. Recently, we had a very good agreement with the sugar cane and sugar producers, because they were all here, the sugar processors and the cane growers. Initially, the cane growers, the sugar processors had not become Christian. They were having some other religion of not being straightforward. So we said, please, become Christians. Because Christians say, love your neighbor like you love yourself. Let the processor love the sugar cane grower. and the sugarcane grower love the processor. And when we were able to discuss fairly, it came out that you, the sugar processor, you get sugar from sugarcane. It is only for this you pay the sugarcane grower. But afterwards, you get bagasse, ebikamuro, bagasse, and you make electricity out of it. That one you don't include in the price to the cane grower. You get the other one, the residue of the sugar cane, where you make the jaggery. That is money. All those byproducts which you get from sugar cane bring in money. You can also get ethanol from the residue of the sugar cane. Now, all that put together gives the sugar processor more money than just the sugar. Now, when we did that, and then we provided that the cane grower must get 50% of the total value, everybody was happy. The sugar cane growers were happy. Even the sugar processors were happy because now the relationship was now stable. This was possible because everything was within Uganda. The raw material was being produced in Uganda. The processing was being done in Uganda. If the sugar cane was being produced here, but the processing was being done outside, we would not have that power to bring the two together. So therefore, this value addition is very, very crucial. When you hear all these problems in Africa, it is partly because of this, relying on exporting raw materials only and not adding value. So this phase 4 value addition is very, very crucial. That's why you hear us talking of expanding the economy to 500 billion from the present 61 billion. Now the 5th phase is the knowledge economy based on science. You have seen the vehicles we are making. We don't have the screens here for you to see them, but when we go for the nomination right at Koro, we shall be seeing those screens, those pictures on the screens. So the knowledge economy, the motor vehicles, the vaccines, the computers, the medicines, these are all part of the new economy based on science. So we have gone through these 5 phases. We have gone through or have entered these phases. Now, therefore, when it comes to the end of this term, the question is, what do we do? That's why I say, please, there's something else I will not talk about today, but I will talk about it another time, which I don't want to talk about now, where I decided that I think I could still help the NRM and the country to go through these phases. You have heard us talking of pushing the economy to 500 billion, making the economy grow 10 times compared to what it is now. And it can be done. It can be done.